Okie dokie.
Yeah, I kind of wish I picked up this Joker.
Aw. Buyer's remorse here at Gods and Monsters Toy Review episode. Spider's about to unbox something for us as Mouse is putting his away. If you watched last week, he got a Harley Quinn and he got a Joker. And they were for $60 each, and you can buy them here at Gods and Monsters. And now, Spider, tell us what you brought and unbox it with your one hand.
It's it's basically Joker week right now. But this is legit because I have not opened this yet at all.
Very good.
There's some hesitancy because there's a lot of incarnations of this fella to choose from on the market right now. This is Heath Ledger's Joker. This is produced by MAFEX. It's a subsidiary of Medicom Toys. Medicom produces a whole amazing range of high-end toys, kind of rivals Hot Toys a little bit here and there.
Okay.
One of the coolest things they produce, I think we're going to try to get back in because it's coming back out, is the life-size Gizmo from Gremlins.
Wow.
And I managed to...
They're coming back out with it?
Yeah, it's actually the Gremlins 2 version, so he comes with a headband.
And a little bow?
And the bow, and the flaming arrow with the whiteout.
What's that?
We can't see our guests. I don't have a shot of their faces.
It's all right. I had the hell beaten out of me today. So
But
I
just realized, I'm sorry, Art.
Oh.
I'm sorry, future art editor who has to edit this.
Yeah.
I'm going to move this so that we can see you because it would be strange not to see you and the toy as well.
Well, I am battered and I've been standing in the sun and
You look like
my
I still,
hands don't
sorry,
work.
You've had some
future
sun.
art
I
editor.
wouldn't
I
be
still haven't
surprised if
decided
it
where to
picked
put
me
this.
up because it was kind of looking right at me over there.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure at some point it's cutting your heads off from listening to you talk.
It's all right. It's about the toys.
It is. You know what? You're right. It is about the toys. Sorry, future art, who's editing this. I'm still moving the camera around. I'm at home right now cursing.
Barfing.
God damn it.
Ugh, hold the camera still.
God damn it, past art. Why didn't you just do that before the show started? And here we go.
Okay. So again, there's a lot of options to choose from with when it comes to Heath Ledger's Joker as an action figure or collectible. Most notably, actually, I'm a little on the fence as to whether or not I'm picking this fella up. I'm about to find out if I'm going to. Next month, NECA has solicited a 7-inch highly articulated Joker figure, and you have your option of DVD
Oh.
that comes with it.
Really?
Yeah, including the Lego Batman movie,
Oh.
which might be a pack-in on there.
Oh, I was hoping.
Yeah.
The
You know
Lego
what?
Batman
Lego
movie
Batman
hasn't-
movie is coming out soon.
Jokes aren't funny if you can't get them out of your face.
Yeah.
So tell us
Never mind.
who's the maker and
Again,
tell us
it's,
how much this is.
MAFX. It's produced by it's a subsidiary of Medicom Toys. We currently have Joker. We
Okay.
have Dark Knight Batman, and we have the super deluxe Andrew Garfield Spider-Man figure.
Oh, Andrew Garfield.
And it's
That figure's awesome.
yeah, it's super, super cool. Like, there's a basic level one that comes in a package looking like this, and this one is about twice as big and comes with, like, a whole range of, and all the Spider-Man's hands have magnets in them, so, like, he's super posable and everything.
Right.
He comes with, I think, his skateboard. He comes with, like, the Andrew Garfield alternate face, and then he comes with a mask that he can hold.
I'd like to see that. You have that here for sale in the
Yeah,
store?
yeah, that's floating around here.
I'll be looking for that when we finish up with this because I'd like to see that.
These range anywhere between $45 for the standard ones, and I think it's $90 for the super deluxe one. Again, twice as much stuff, so
Sure.
it's pretty rad.
And how tall is the $90 one?
It's the same height.
Oh, okay.
These
It comes with more.
More features.
They are more or less 6-inch scale. I'm looking at Joker, and I'd say I'd skew towards 6-inch scale, but he was supposed to be kind of a hunched over, scrawny, wiry kind of guy. So
Okay.
maybe if you were to put him next to your regular Mattel DC figures, your DC Directs, your DCU, or maybe some Marvel Legends if you just want to contaminate the world, like if you just like cross-contaminating things, he probably would fit in pretty well. Now, this guy's packaging is a little dark. It's hard to really check him out. Unlike Mouse's Joker figure, which is like super clean,
You can see
and
it
super
clearly.
crisp
Yes.
and super sharp, and when it comes to its sculpt, this one tried to break more towards realism, and I'm afraid that when I open it, it might come out a little, the end result might have been a little muddy.
We're going to get his actual response as he's opening this for the first time.
If my
Cool.
hands work.
Right. Yeah, be prepared for some small object to come flying out of it as you...
Now,
that
he comes,
fourth corner.
again, much like with the SH Figure Arts figures, this Joker comes with several different hands and several different
Faces?
several different faces
Oh my
and
God,
several character appropriate items. I'm not sure what this orange thing is supposed to be.
He's got an RPG.
Yeah, he is. What is this? Figure that out. What is that?
It's
Oh.
orange. Is it a clown
Grenade?
nose?
It's a piece of a crayon.
Is it?
It's literally a piece of a
It's
crayon.
a bonus.
Was
What?
it in one of the little grooves as if it was
No,
meant to be
yeah,
there?
it's totally like legit meant to be there.
Oh, it's plastique.
Where's the box?
I don't recall a time when Joker was into coloring, but okay.
Like, help me understand.
It
I
is in its
don't-
own little
The
spot.
only thing I
Yeah.
can think of is it's supposed to be the thing that he did all this graffiti on the box with.
Is it orange?
Yeah.
Wait a second.
What?
Is there graffiti on the box?
Yeah,
Oh,
look
there's
at
something
the
on the
box.
bottom of it. If there's something on the back of the bottom of the box, like put your hand under there. Something there.
Oh. Well, there's where his stand
Ah.
Hey, nice.
And-
You had a similar
See,
situation
if you
with
look at
your.
the box,
Yeah.
he's drawn all over it. Like
They did a Vermont teddy bear thing. That's what they did. They did a
is.
Vermont teddy bear.
Did I get rolled here?
No,
Like,
no,
what
no,
is this?
no. That's the crayon he used to draw all over this box. Vermont teddy bear.
Okay, but I'm also wondering because it's
what's
showing on
Vermont teddy bear?
Vermont teddy bear is a teddy bear. You go online, order it, and send it to your niece or whatever. When the bear gets there, she opens up the box, and it's the bear inside the box, and there's a few crayons inside the box. On the inside of the box, there's a bunch of drawings and little words and stuff like that, like, I can't wait to meet my new mommy, stuff like that.
I
That
can't
is
wait to
kind
get out
of
of this box. I
awesome.
can't breathe.
Yeah, to say, hey, this bear
I'm
was...
suffocating. Help me.
Right.
Okay.
This bear did this stuff on his way to you.
All right. There's a crayon in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Where are his playing cards? What has somebody done to me? What
You-
has been done to me?
You've been trolled.
Now you just picked this box out at random in the back. It's not like
No, it came to us.
Right.
Like it was, this is bizarre.
is there anything else taped underneath besides the stand, or is it with the stand?
Well,
No.
check your Joker figure very carefully to make sure that he hasn't received a random bit of garbage instead of one of his crucial props.
That crayon is a mystery here. But you're saying it's where he's checking off the days he's been in
You know
in
what?
Arkham.
Yeah.
You know what? This little slot
What does it
clearly is
look
meant
like?
to hold playing cards.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
And there
boy.
has been
This is why we like to unbox our
It
toys.
has been replaced with a small bit of crayon.
Somebody in a factory is like, they'll never know the difference.
We just invented a stupid backstory to cover up somebody else's troll.
So this is like when you go and buy a PS3 or 4
And
from
there's a
Walmart
brick in
and
it.
there's bricks in it because someone has returned it with bricks.
Oh, that's shit. That sucks.
I want a discount.
You should.
I
get
can
a
live without the
discount.
cards, but
But you want the cards.
I
Oh
do
yeah,
want the
look at
cards.
that. Yeah.
all right. Well, let's
no
check this guy out.
cards.
Now he's hyper articulated too. He seems to have about the same range as the SH Figure Arts figures, but he is not employing the Revoltech style ball joints to do so. He has a double hinge
Those
for
are
his
hinged,
elbows.
aren't they?
Yeah.
Hinge.
Elbow,
He has
wrist,
a pretty
elbow.
good. It looks like a double ball joint for the wrist to give him a pretty good range of motion. I actually tend to prefer this up and down motion these days to this motion, which used to be pretty standard on a lot of high articulated action figures. Simply because when he's holding a weapon or he's holding an item, it seems to be a lot more natural for somebody to hold it like this than it is to hold it static like that. So that's pretty good. His face reminds me of our friend Joe more than Heath Ledger.
You know what? You mentioned the way the character holds a weapon, and that's something I used to remember all the time with Star Wars Star Wars figures and GI Joe figures.
One way.
Is that you had to have the arm in line with what you were shooting.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to position his arm up a little bit, well, now he's shooting into the sky. That's what you get. Too bad.
So I quite like him. He's actually got a steel chain for his wallet chain.
I love his posture when he's just
Yeah,
standing.
there's something Heath Ledger
Yeah.
about his neck
how
being
his
down
head
slightly.
hangs, how his head hangs over his chest.
Oh, was his head moving there?
his head is on a ball joint?
Now
Is that ball?
he's got a ball joint in the bottom base of his neck to help him hunch over. He also has they call it a a torso crunch, which is or an ab crunch.
It's a slouch, yeah.
Yeah, so he's able to pull that off. He also has.
That's an actual hinge in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
And there's a. I quite like that.
This
He's
one
got-
looks a little more like Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Well, change out one of the heads and let us hold this head here and take a look.
Take a look at that.
This one kind of looks like Heath Ledger meets Johnny Depp.
No, I quite like this one much better. And the Joker wasn't like a goofy character in that, and he rarely smiled
Correct.
over the course of the film,
Right.
and that's a lot better.
This looks like early in the film, and that looks more like in the better part of
Yeah.
the film when it was just.
I was really hoping there was going to
Super
be
raw.
grenades in his coat. But,
Hair's parted differently also on the one you just put on, it looks
oh,
like.
yeah. Well, it's just
Yeah, his hair looks sweaty or
Slightly.
wetter.
Later
matted.
in the film,
Yeah.
yes.
yeah, that's pretty rad.
I don't know. This one has too much of a sparkle in his eyes. He's like too genuinely happy as opposed to maniacally happy.
Yeah,
He's
like-
like, oh, I just got a Christmas present.
Right.
He definitely had this look in his eyes that like sharks have, where there's
Yeah.
just like nothing in there.
Whereas this one looks like all cute and cuddly.
Well, he did get a crayon.
That's
Oh, yeah, maybe
That is
he's
so brutal.
happy about his career.
I can't even. I can't even.
You
Oh,
have
that's the gun he was using when the bat cycle crashed.
Yep.
wow. You've got a true collector's item. It came with an orange crayon, which little
Yeah,
bits of it
very.
were coming off
Yeah,
of my
he,
hand.
he also
so.
comes with with a pistol with an extended clip.
Uh-huh.
He comes with his out the front retractable switchblade knife. He comes with the he comes with the bazooka. About six, half
It's an
dozen alternate
RPG.
hands. It's an RPG. Yeah. Well, no man,
Don't
RPG.
Don't
no,
you watch Mythbusters?
no, it's not an RPG because RPGs are boring.
This is an RPG.
Fine.
That's what that is. That's a
Rocket
propelled grenade.
We're just gonna have to agree to disagree.
Is that, or would you call
no,
that rocket
I watched
launcher?
Mythbusters. That's an RPG. They shot a trailer with one of these. It was awesome.
You know what? We're talking semantics here. The
What
front,
else is in the trailer?
front piece is the RPG. The rest of it is the launcher.
Oh,
True.
everybody wins, except for us because this is MythBusters last season.
I know.
Oh, that's.
I know.
It's.
I haven't watched in a while. How's Carrie doing?
I thought that show
Oh,
Is she
too
dead?
soon.
I thought
No,
that-
they got rid of the cast
What
except for
happened
the
to
two of
Carrie?
them.
years ago.
Adam and Jamie just did their first season by themselves, and now they're about to have one last season, and then they're done.
What
They're still
happened
going
to
to do the
Carrie?
live show. They got rid of the other cast. It's just Adam and Jamie, and all the rest got let go last year.
Really?
The internet exploded when
I
that
don't
happened
remember
too.
that. That sucks.
So yeah, this season that is just going on right now is their first season with just the two of them.
I figure it's at least with I had her name in my head and I just blanked out. What was her name?
Carrie?
Carrie. Yeah. Wow. I had it and then I lost it. And then
That quickly.
I figured she probably considering how she ended up on the show, which was essentially I guess showing up and pestering Jamie Heineman until
Right.
he let her do it.
Right.
She probably I guess she had a good run.
And then the other two guys were kind of always in the background. If you go back and look at the earlier seasons, you can find on Netflix.
Tori
and then
was
suddenly,
there to basically
They're not on
Just-
Netflix.
Boobs.
no, they're not anymore.
no the big guy. He was just sort of there to be like a mook standing
They
in the
had
corner.
several different people. In the earlier seasons, there was
Yeah.
a tattooed
Yeah.
girl.
She seemed to
and
be doing
some
a lot of the
other
fabrication for
guy.
them.
Yeah, she
Somebody
was
took
doing a lot
Carrie's
of
place while she
fabrication.
was pregnant for a while, but then I think Discovery Channel said, look, we got to cut back on our budget, so it went down to just the two of them again. They had this season, and they just announced next season will be the final season.
I
This,
saw
this
that.
Joker figure is so interesting. We've completely
I
forgotten
know.
about it.
I-
The
I
most
don't
know.
the
I
most
threw a wrench in it when I
the most
Mythbusters,
interesting thing about it was that
the
It
crayon.
came with a
it came with a crayon.
But are you liking how you were able to pose it?
I
You
mean,
know?
it's pretty spectacular. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I mean, NECA's probably really going to have to knock it out of the. NECA's figure that's coming out with the DVD is going to be a Toys R Us exclusive, and it's going to run you about $30.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is only about $10-15 more. He comes with a wider range of stuff. He's probably not going to shatter into 1,000 pieces, which still sometimes happen with NECA
Speaking
toys.
of
There
the
he is, right
Joker,
there.
He's
And,
right there
oh,
live
good.
in a person.
All right, and this says it's number 5. So are there 4 other of this series?
Ah.
They do that
least?
to make you crazy. Like I haven't had a Japanese collectible in the last
Uh-huh.
8 years that hasn't had some sort of crazy numerical system on it.
Oh, speaking of the Joker.
I know, there's the Joker there. All my cameras are pointing in different directions, but the Joker's here because we're having
So-
another theme night here.
I have another issue here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
His fingers are all stubby.
Oh, like they got scraped on a
Look at his fingers.
scraped on the driveway and they're
Maybe-
gone.
He's wearing gloves. My fingers look stubby and
No,
Greg,
gross.
they're
do you have a
super
finger you can
stubby.
explain
What about
that
his other hands?
with?
I have one stubby finger.
It's a different story for a different show.
Yeah, they're all stubby. He looks like he's got half fingers.
Half fingers?
Look, show them his fingers.
No, I can see them from here. Yeah, they do look a little short.
Oh, here, look. Look at him.
Hey.
Look at him.
Look at them, damn it! Look at them.
We are just eviscerated.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're right. Like somebody
These are
dragged
the-
it on the ground.
Oh.
For
Are
our
you
viewers,
fucking
seriously,
kidding me?
I want to see. Wow. I want to see his fist because he's got to wrap his fingers, and like hopefully his fist doesn't look like it belongs to Warwick Davis.
Yeah, this guy looks like he's got the
His-
hands of a carpenter.
His fists look normal.
Yeah,
His
his-
fists have normal
His
sized
fist
fingers.
looks fine, but then you have the trigger finger one, and the trigger
I like
finger.
this head better. This head is good.
Yeah.
This one's okay. His fingers don't look stubby on the gun hand.
So like,
Oh, he's got a chain.
yeah, that's what I was saying before. He's actually
That's
got
cool.
like his little like.
He's got a chain.
It's very gangster.
Yeah.
I like how he has a tailored suit, but it still doesn't fit right. Like he specifically says he had
Yeah.
his suit tailored.
Did his suits in the movies look like they didn't fit him?
He literally takes a wad of cash from the bank heist and buys himself this outfit, and then just wears it until it's just disgusting and falls off him by the end of the movie. Like so, I mean,
You flipped the monitor.
I know I screwed it up, but
That's all
it's
right.
it's
It's
got
there. It's there.
it's got everything on there.
with this head on him, he's a lot better figure. I'm not staring at his hands.
I am.
We are
So it's
now.
also bad
Now
for
that
me.
I know that they're all stubby looking, I can't get over it. He has better hands though. That if you replace them with some of his
Would
better
you be
hands-
relieved?
With
Yeah.
a fist.
Would
yeah.
you
No,
rela-
no,
would
you can leave them.
Would
I'm
you
just
relax
saying,
if I did that?
If I had this figure, I would take those hands and probably throw them in the garbage.
I love that SH Figure Arts is bold enough to say, yeah, this is a $60 toy. Yeah, it's die cast in plastic, which is a winning combination if you like things that shatter when they fall off the shelf. And yet they also have hinged toes, much like this guy does. And they're still bold enough to say, you don't need a stand. These figures will just handle themselves. Or alternately, they just don't. They're just not that thoughtful.
Well, I had them together on my shelf. They had their arms linked, and
Oh, sure.
they didn't.
Oh, no.
So if they fall
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Heath here comes with a stand with an
Yes.
articulated arm on it. I love when they do this.
Did you know ahead of time there was a stand?
No, I'm not surprised because this happens a lot. With the Play Arts figures, it's the same way. I really appreciate this because if for no other reason than, even if I never use it on this guy, I got a lot of flying characters
That you
in my
can use it
collection.
for.
Yeah, exactly. This can go right on like Phoenix or Rogue or something in my Marvel Legends collection. So.
It's always a pleasant surprise when you get a stand. We did a toy review, I think, with one of your Transformers where this big giant stand came with it and you didn't know it.
Oh, that's right. It was like hidden.
What's this giant piece of the box?
That
Oh,
was
there's
the
a stand.
Voltron.
Oh, it was Voltron,
Voltron, yeah.
30th anniversary Voltron?
Yeah.
Yes, on a previous toy reviews. So overall, you're happy with your purchase?
He hasn't purchased it.
I haven't purchased it yet.
Play along, damn it.
This will probably.
Well, no, that was the point. He wanted to open it
Right.
to see if he
He
was
wanted to
going
see,
to
yes.
purchase it.
I mean, I would be pretty happy if I didn't know I was about to have.
Just ripped his arm off.
Yeah, well, I'm checking the joints, so
Yeah,
like,
okay.
yeah. If I didn't, look at that.
Yep.
That is crazy.
It can-
Look,
it
wow,
comes
that's
off-
actually kind of interesting.
It comes off way too easy, I think.
There's an internal skeleton on him for
What?
posing. Yeah. Kyoto figures used to have this. They
Wow.
do whenever they did like a heavy duty figure, they would do all these intricate parts.
You're
It
right, that
actually
did
looks
come
like-
off way
yeah.
too easy.
Well, it looks like this actually plugs all the way through his bicep into his shoulder.
Is that a
holds it.
positive or a negative or a nothing?
I always like when a figure is more apt to separate than it is to break. They learned this with Transformers and other action figures back in about the 90s that, adults won't purchase certain toy lines for their kids because of breakages, like
Right.
Dino Riders, things like that. So if they make it so that if you force a joint, the piece just pops out and can be replaced, you're much more you're going to get a lot more value out of that figure.
Okay.
It's going to have a lot more longevity. So
So-
that's not necessarily a bad thing.
So you think this will be a purchase you would like to make, or are you going to hold off for another one you said that's coming?
I think he goes back in my hold pile for now. I got about a week and a half before the NACO one shows up.
Something for a future toy review.
I will say that
Actually, when the NECA one shows up, you should leave him here and then bring them both
Yeah.
out and do
compare.
a comparison.
Oh, compare and contrast.
I will say, like, meat mitts and crayon aside,
Meat
this is
mitts.
this is a very high quality figure. Like, I can just feel from the weight of it, the quality of the plastic, the texture of it, everything like that. The
I think the
thickness
jacket,
of the
the
rubber.
jacket feels cool.
The-
Yeah.
the-
because
it's really solid.
Is it rubber?
Yeah, it's rubberized, so it's flexible.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's fully sculpted and painted on the inside. Like, you can see his blazer inside his overcoat.
Right.
Like, it is quite a high quality figure, but I guess you're gonna have to check them.
Right.
We will check the ones we have and
Crayons
make sure
or
there are no
crayons
more
separately?
crayons instead of. It literally like somebody dropped the playing cards on the floor and they went under the desk, so they grabbed the nearest thing on the factory.
Grab that crayon.
and like just like it looks like they bit it off so it would
When
fit.
you encounter something like that, have you ever contacted the manufacturer and say, "Hey, my toy didn't come with this piece"?
Well, typically, if anything like this ever happens, even here, bring it back in. We will, you usually provided a refund or a replacement.
Sure.
Sometimes if it's a persistent problem, like a QC issue, where like they toy is manufactured and they recognize that there's the factory skimped on something. The factory will usually send retailers replacement parts to issue to customers that complain.
Now, if we had noticed this when we were checking it in as a product, we probably would have listed it as broken or incomplete, and then sent it back probably to the.
Yeah, and that's what'll happen. The retailer will return the product.
But you're saying your customers don't need to deal with any of that nonsense.
No,
they
just
come
bring it
back
back
Come,
here.
come back in
Right.
and replace it. And,
You
and
make
we
it right
Right. Even
for them.
even online realtors retailers will offer replacement parts or refunds or just send it back. Some larger retailers don't even bother. I definitely remember getting some bunk figures from a Big Bad Toy Store and just calling them or emailing them a photo of it, and they're like, yeah, we don't need that back.
Cool.
Yeah, we fired that guy. Here's another
Oh,
one.
Todd's coming by. Todd would love
Let Todd know this. While Todd's coming over, if
I'm
you
gonna let you talk to Todd.
do you
Todd,
recall?
need
All right, real quick, we're doing a toy review and we got something special and an unboxing that we don't normally see.
Super.
So we received this MAFX Joker, and it's actually been in my hold pile for quite a while I danced around pulling the trigger on a $45 toy.
I mentioned earlier to you
Super
that
rare.
I didn't even realize it'd come in. I was
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
because
it
it
looks really
just
cool.
like instantly scooped up, and we were wondering what this obscure orange prop was in the box.
Okay.
in the
Did
package.
we find out what it was?
It's a crayon.
It's a crayon.
Taking
He's
the
supposed
place
to come with a
cards.
It's supposed to be cards.
a full hand of cards.
No.
Yeah, and what you look
Somebody schnookered us?
at it. Yeah, and it's so obscure looking
Or did
that
we
at
get
first
the
you think
crayon
it's-
variant?
Ooh.
Dude.
Special.
I don't
I
feel
don't even-
special.
I don't remember who brought it. I don't remember who traded this in. I'm gonna beat somebody up. Did we get that? We didn't get
No,
this
we
through
got,
Diamond.
we got this through somebody.
We did get it through a
'cause
collection.
Batman came too. We got it through an order.
I'm a punch a man.
Dude,
Revealed live here on the toy review.
Here- by the way,
Sometimes this
here's where
happens.
my brain went with that. It came with a crayon. I'm like, wow, so we can do his graffiti.
That's
what
where
we were trying
Brad's
to
going with
puzzle out
it.
what the hell was going on.
We figured there had to be an explanation why there was
We
a
made
crayon
up. We
in there.
made up a story as
It
to why it was there.
literally looks like the factory worker bit it off and spat it into the package.
Where's the cards?
So we
I don't know.
effectively didn't get the cards.
We did not get the. I've searched it top to bottom. It doesn't come
No
with his
playing
cards.
cards.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
A surprise twist in tonight's
Yes.
toy review.
We were talking about the NECA figure, and I'm like, well, NECA's got breakages, and they're not always the best articulated.
Yeah.
There's issues here, and this, at least when you're paying this much money for a figure, you're getting something
Right.
that's been rigorously QC'd and identified
Right.
for its yeah.
I didn't see the
So,
QC sticker on there.
Do you recall any other Joker action figure toys like this that really did their
Why were you
best
doing racist eyes when you said that?
to? Why was I slanting the eyes?
That was weird.
Wow.
Wow. Then I took it to an even more racist.
Yeah,
Yes.
you did.
Yeah, that came.
Now it is.
Yeah, it wasn't weird until a second. It was
Pretty,
like
pretty innocuous
that was
before you
like
said something.
that was like a child walked by me earlier today, and he was dressed like a Confederate soldier. No lie.
Wow.
And I turn around and go, "Did somebody else see this?" But Sean, our new our new black employee, was standing there, and I'm
Don't
like,
you
"Did you
mean
just?
colored?
You know what? I'm just gonna let this one go."
Well, my question was, do you recall another toy maker that did such a good job of the punch in Joker's back, as you've seen in this toy
for,
here.
For a hot minute, I owned the Play Arts version of Heath Ledger's Joker before I was forced by harsh circumstances to sell it, and it was quite good. It could not take that posture though. The old Mattel Movie Masters figure that came out around the time of the movie that attempted and made it a nominal attempt at, like, two good versions of the Joker. The first one kind of had it going on. Like, this one's just got, like, it definitely has a lot more personality to it. It definitely has a lot more flair. It's funny because there are a lot of positive things right now about this figure, but I am just fixating on the baby fingers and the crayon right
And the
now.
crayon and no
it
cards.
Is just, it is just gutting me.
So that's what you get when you do an unboxing toy review, because you never know what you're going to get or not get.
Right, or not get.
There's been plenty of time. I think a couple of times I've brought in a figure and I've mentioned that I've made, like, Doom.
You made
when I did the 3-0 Doom.
You were supposed to bring that guy in. I wanted to see him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no,
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
did. Yeah, I did.
It was
The big
There was something else
yeah.
you were supposed
It
to
was
bring
the
in.
Max. The Max.
Yeah.
I wanted to see.
Right. The Indie Spotlight.
Q was going to bring in a Max toy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's pretty rad. I don't know if
Love
we
the
still have.
Max.
This came out a while ago, and I don't know if the Izzes may have gone into the pile of stuff in my house.
You can't separate the Izzes from the Max.
Well, he came with the pink Izzes, which belong to a different character. Oh, that's Coraline.
porn.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
No, that's not porn.
That's pornography.
Trust me.
I like
Scroll down.
Coraline.
Right on.
Yeah.
I've never seen. Hey, the aforementioned Sean.
Wow, it's Meet Your Gods and Monsters Employee Day here on the show. We have not met you before. How are you? I'm Art, and this is Greg.
Hello.
And
Sean should jump in on this sometime.
we should have Sean. We're just finishing up a
No,
toy
we
review.
have to finish this.
You gotta finish.
We
Yeah,
have to-
this
we
is
have to
we're about to
finish.
die. The battery's about to die.
Yeah.
It's because he's black, right?
If you can get him,
Yes.
I mean, with the way this is,
I'm gonna go.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Thanks
Okay.
for stopping by.
Thank you, Todd.
with what's happened here, I would not recommend ordering this figure online.
Correct.
I would recommend going through some kind of retailer, some kind of Gods and Monsters, perhaps retailer. Check him out. Make sure he doesn't have an effing crayon in the box. And if he's fully equipped, I would recommend picking him up. The price difference isn't so great between him and what NACA's about to offer that I would say just, like, cut your losses and go with NACA. NACA's had a long and storied history. Not their fault. It's the factories they choose, which I guess might be perhaps their fault, of QC issues, breakages. And there's no isolating the figure and getting it. And with it being a Toys R Us exclusive, it may be actually harder to get than this awesome import toy. I'd recommend it. I'd go for it.
Very good.
I think the idea of an import toy is a lot cooler than something you can get at Toys R Us.
I mean, there's
Absolutely.
there's something, and you never know about the availability of that too. Like, it seems like this might be the better option for you. He scales pretty well. I'm holding in my hands, and he looks like he'd fit right into your collection. So if you've got a spot in your collection for everybody's boyfriend,
Heath Ledger.
come to the shop and pick one up.
If you do decide you want it, you should come down here and purchase it here at Gods and Monsters. And thanks for the toy review, Spider. We'll
Yeah.
see you again next week with another review, hopefully.
Yeah, the crayon will be on eBay.
Yes,
later this
crayons
evening.
sold separately. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.